Most men think they're in shape until the moment reality hits them like a freight train and they realize they've been lying to themselves for years. I'm going to give you a fitness test today. 6 exercises, no machines, no excuses. This is the same standard used by Navy SEAL teams, SWAT units, and elite first responders. And if you can pass it, you're not just fit, you're built for real life. Let's start with something most grown men haven't done since they were 9 years old: the broad jump. Here's why this matters. In a real situation, chasing someone, clearing an obstacle, moving fast under pressure, you don't get to stop, analyze, and plan. Your body either has the explosive power to perform or it doesn't. The broad jump tests exactly that: raw, dynamic, ground-level output. Here's the standard. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart. Swing your arms back, then launch yourself forward as far as possible. No running start, just pure power from a dead stop. The minimum standard: you need to jump at least your own height. If you're 6 feet tall, you clear 6 feet. That's the floor, not the goal, the floor. The intermediate level is your height plus 1 foot. So 6 feet tall, you're jumping 7 feet. The elite standard: your height plus 2 feet. That's 8 feet for a 6-foot man. If you can hit that number consistently, your lower body power is in the top tier. And here's what I want you to understand about this movement. It's not just about legs, it's about your nervous system firing at full capacity. It's about proprioception, knowing where your body is in space when you land. A clean landing, feet flat, weight centered, under control, that's athleticism. That's what separates someone who trains from someone who just exercises. Now we move to grip strength, and I want you to pay close attention here because this is the most underestimated physical attribute in the room. Think about this: climbing a rope ladder on the side of a moving vessel, controlling a suspect, carrying a 200-pound man out of a burning building. Your grip is the connection between your intention and your execution. When it fails, everything fails. The exercise is the farmer's carry. Load up dumbbells equal to half your body weight in each hand. So if you weigh 200 pounds, that's 100 pounds per hand. Pick them up, stand tall, and walk. Your posture is not optional here. Spine vertical, core locked at roughly 40 to 50% tension, eyes focused forward, shoulders packed down and back. You are not leaning into those weights, you are controlling them. There's a significant difference. The minimum standard is 150 feet, intermediate is 225 feet, elite is 275 feet and beyond. And while you're walking, I want you to notice everything. Your breathing. Can you control it under load? Your mental focus. Are you staying present or are you starting to negotiate with yourself? Because the moment you start negotiating, you've already lost half the battle. Grip training pays dividends across every other exercise in this test. The pull-ups, the deadlift, the bench press. Your grip is the first thing that will betray you if you haven't built it. Start training it like it matters, because in the real world, it absolutely does. The next exercise is the bodyweight bench press. And in SEAL teams, this was part of the legacy test. And the reason we use bodyweight instead of a fixed number is simple: fairness and functionality. A 160-pound man pressing 225 pounds is a completely different challenge than a 220-pound man pressing the same weight. We're testing your strength relative to your own body. That's the only number that matters for operational fitness. Load the bar to your exact body weight. Full range of motion. Bar touches your chest. Arms lock out completely at the top. No half reps, no bouncing. Clean, controlled movement from start to finish. The minimum standard is 10 repetitions, 1 set, no rest. If you can't press your own body weight 10 times, that is your target. Not next year, not next month. That is your goal right now. Intermediate level is 15 repetitions. Elite is 20 or more. Now, I've worked with men at every level, from injured veterans to 19-year-old athletes at peak physical condition, and what separates the ones who hit 20 reps from the ones who struggle at 10 is rarely pure strength. It's training consistency and structural integrity. If your shoulders are beat up, if your technique breaks down, if you've been skipping foundational movement work, this exercise will expose every single weakness without mercy. And that's exactly the point. This test isn't designed to make you feel good. It's designed to show you the truth about where you actually are physically. And once you know the truth, you can do something about it. Now we get to pull-ups. And this is where most men get brutally honest feedback about the gap between how fit they think they are and how fit they actually are. Here's the standard: dead hang, full extension at the bottom, chin clears the bar at the top, no kipping, no swinging, no partial reps. Every repetition must be earned with strict, controlled form. The minimum standard is 10 consecutive pull-ups. Intermediate is 15. Elite is 20 or more, unbroken from a dead hang with perfect technique. Now, I want to address something important. A lot of men skip pull-ups in their training because of shoulder injuries, and I understand that. In my experience working with operators, first responders, and athletes, shoulder damage is one of the most common accumulated injuries I see. That's precisely why we perform this movement without added weight in this test. We're not trying to destroy you, we're trying to develop you. But here's what I need you to understand. If you can't do 10 strict pull-ups right now, that is critical information. Your ability to control and move your own body weight through space is one of the most fundamental expressions of functional strength that exists. It means something is missing, and it needs to be addressed. In SEAL teams, we added weight to pull-ups once the baseline was owned completely. 20 clean reps with body weight before you ever think about a weighted vest. Build the foundation first, then load it. If you're at 5 reps right now, your target is 10. If you're at 10, you're working towards 15. There is always a next level. And the men who reach elite status are simply the ones who never stopped climbing towards it. The 5th exercise in this test is the trap bar deadlift, and this is where we measure true total body strength, the kind that keeps you injury-free, operationally capable, and physically dominant well into your 40s and beyond. We use a hex bar or trap bar for one specific reason: longevity. Many of the men taking this test carry years of accumulated injuries, lower back issues, hip problems, disc compression. A conventional straight bar deadlift performed incorrectly or with pre-existing damage can put you on the sideline for weeks. That is the opposite of what we're building here. The goal of this program, and I want you to hear this clearly, is to keep you training 52 weeks a year. There is no off-season for a firefighter. There is no off-season for a law enforcement officer. There is no off-season for a man who takes his physical readiness seriously. So we train smart, we train hard, and we protect the body that carries us through all of it. Here are the standards. Minimum is 1.5 times your body weight for a set of 5 clean repetitions. If you weigh 200 pounds, that's 300 pounds on the bar 5 times with full control. That's the floor. Intermediate is twice your body weight. Elite is 2.5 times your body weight for 5 reps. And when I say full control, I mean exactly that. You set up with your hips back, spine neutral, core braced. You drive through the floor. You stand completely tall at the top. You lower it under control. You do not drop the weight. You do not lose your position mid-rep. You own every inch of that movement from start to finish. Confidence comes from competence, and competence under load is built one disciplined repetition at a time. We're in the final stretch of this test, 2 movements left, and these last 2 will tell you something about your fitness that the iron never can. First, the plank. I know what some of you are thinking. A plank? Seriously? Listen to me carefully. Core stability is not optional. It is the foundation that every other movement in this test is built upon. When your core is weak, your lower back suffers, your posture deteriorates, your performance under load collapses. I've seen men who could deadlift 400 pounds but couldn't hold a proper plank for 90 seconds, and their lower back was paying the price every single day.
Here's what changed my life. I started walking around with my core engaged at 40 to 50% tension throughout the day. Not flexed like you're posing on a stage, just actively present, switched on. Within weeks, chronic lower back pain that had followed me for years, gone. That is the power of an active, engaged core. The plank standards in this test are as follows. Minimum is 2 minutes. Intermediate is 2.5 minutes. Elite is 3 minutes or more, held in perfect position, forearms down, body in a straight line, hips level, no sagging, no compensating. Now the final exercise, the 800-meter run. And I chose 800 meters very deliberately. I don't need you to run a marathon. Marathon fitness is a specific adaptation that honestly doesn't transfer well to the demands of tactical or operational life. What I need is a man who can sprint when everything is on the line, sustain that intensity for a critical window of time, and still make a clear decision at the end of it. The 800 meters sits in the most brutal zone of human performance. It's too long to sprint all out and too short to pace comfortably. Your lungs will burn, your legs will fight you, your mind will start negotiating somewhere around the 400-meter mark. And that negotiation, that internal battle, is exactly what we're training. The minimum standard is 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Intermediate is 3 minutes flat. Elite is 2 minutes and 45 seconds or faster. Here's the complete test. Write these down. Broad jump, your height plus 2 feet for elite. Farmer's carry, 275 feet with half your body weight in each hand. Bodyweight bench press, 20 repetitions. Pull-ups, 20 strict reps from dead hang. Trap bar deadlift, 2.5 times body weight for 5 reps. Plank, 3 minutes. 800-meter run, 2 minutes 45 seconds. That is the elite standard. That is what I'm asking you to build toward. And here's the truth I'll leave you with. You don't have to be 22 years old. You don't have to be injury-free. I've run this test personally with a broken hip, a list of accumulated injuries, and more than 40 years behind me, because I never stopped holding myself to a standard. The physical standard you set for yourself determines the mental standard you operate at. Raise one and the other follows every single time. So tell me in the comments, which of these 6 exercises is your biggest weakness right now? That's where we start. And if this gave you something real today, you already know what to do. Share it with a man who needs to hear it. I'll see you in the next one.